Playboi Carti right now is the biggest he's ever been. I mean, the man done went up tens of millions of monthly listeners without dropping an album in 4 years. He basically abandoned the music industry and quadrupled his growth. But at the same time he's doing this, the man done had a terrible relationship with his fans. It's at an all-time low right now. If you don't know, pretty much Carti's whole thing is telling lies. The common thing with him is if he comes out and says something, it's more likely than not gonna be a lie. And he realized this. He realized that the longer he lied to these people and the longer that he pushed his dates back on his album or these singles, people would care more and more, and he would forever play into it. It started really at the start of his career. Let's go back a few years for this one. 2017, Carti did a real famous announcement / lie. See, back when the man was blowing up, he was with Lil Uzi a lot, and they was dropping music. They was cool. If you was gonna see Carti, you was gonna see Uzi. If you was gonna see Uzi, you was gonna see Carti. There was a duo that people really mess with. And for a good bit of time, people would expect to always see them together. But not only was they expecting that, people also assumed that they was gonna drop a collab tape or something because they was always shouting each other out of music, doing this, doing that. I mean, people was expecting this tape. And like I said, 2017 comes around, you know what he does? Him and Uzi announced this new project, 1629. They was teasing it bad. I mean, they announced this new project. Then they announced a tour to go along with the project. Carti was openly telling people that, oh yeah, this coming, this album coming, me and Uzi come, but nothing ever came from it. He lied, and that was all the way back in 2017. The nigga set a standard for himself that he was gonna lie whenever he wanted to about anything all them years ago. So as the years would go on, he would continue to lie, and really everything involved in Carti's career has a lie attached to it. And I mean, it done got so bad, people just know Carti as a liar. But not only was the man a known liar, he was also looked at like a deadbeat, and that had to have some impact on anything he was really doing in the music space. And there's a lot of evidence surrounding this topic of him being a deadbeat. See, he got all these fans, and some of them might ignore the deadbeat claims, but lately, it's been getting so bad that it's not really possible to ignore it. There's been a lot of things adding to this whole concept. So back in 2021, he had a baby with Iggy, and even all the way back then, she was calling Carti a deadbeat. She was basically like, me and Carti had this baby, but this dude ain't even helping me take care of it. She said her exact words, when I was having this baby, Carti was in Philly playing the game with Lil Uzi.
Doing it while I was pregnant. This man didn't even come to see his son be born. He went to Philly to play the PlayStation with Lil Uzi. He thought that was more important than seeing his son be born. And I had a scheduled C-section, by the way, because my son was so big that they were like, you can't have a natural birth. I'm not still with him, in case you're wondering. No, I'm not still with him. I had to go do business. I didn't want to be a hater. Let him go out there. They thought my son wasn't his son, his fans, because he wasn't there the weekend that he was born. Yeah, I know, because he isn't shit. Not because he's not his son. Not because he's not his son, though. Just because you wanted to play the PlayStation, though. Who misses their first son being born? It's he's the only person you can only pick one person during when you're having a baby to be on your like approved list. Of course, I picked my son's father to come and be there, but he was busy apparently.
And when this came out, this left a forever impact on this nigga career. I mean, your baby mama said you was playing the game with Lil Uzi Vert when she was having your first kid. That was crazy, and that's a stain that's done been with him ever since. But as the years will go on, Carti will be in and out of problems, probably affecting album rollouts and singles. For example, back in 2023, he got booked, and it wasn't just some old nigga with speed and he had some gas on him, he had the gun on him. It was some BS. 2023 news came out that this man got booked on the felony charge because he was putting his hands on his pregnant girl. Pretty much this how the story went. Carti was dating this girl. They ended up getting into an argument over a paternity test. She was asking him about it. Argument happened. He ended up putting his hands on her. TMZ wrote this on the situation. Playboi Carti was arrested in Georgia for allegedly pregnant girlfriend following an argument over a paternity test. According to the arrest affidavit obtained by TMZ, the woman told police that the rapper grabbed, pushed her, and was holding her until she could barely breathe. She even told the cops she thought she was gonna die. Police say the woman told the officers she had been in a relationship with Carti for 2 years. She had lived with him since July 2022 and was 14 weeks pregnant at the time of the alleged incident. The woman told the cops she wanted to talk to Carti about the baby and had a conversation about the paternity test that led to an argument, which she claims turned into a physical attack. She told police a witness jumped in, broke up the fight. She ran, she tried to get to a car, but she claims Carti rushed her, attacked her again. And this situation went down, people was thinking, damn, what do Carti really got going on? And this didn't just have an effect on his reputation, it also had an effect on the music. See, leading up to this moment, Carti announced something. He announced that he had something on the way. He posted a date. People were speculating, wondering, trying to figure out what he got going on. But the date came and went. And a few months later, we would find out that Carti getting arrested for this just so happened to land right around the time that he put this date up online. So people was really thinking like, did this situation delay whatever Carti had going on? But even past that situation, if you really sit and go through Carti's history with women, this is not the first time we done heard something like this come out. Back a few years ago when he was with Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose had did an interview and she was speaking on back when she was with Carti. She was like, he let shots go off on me one time. And I would show the clip, but I don't want to risk the video getting claimed. You got a phone in your pocket, my nigga. Go look it up. All of this to say, Carti been in a lot of problems. Hell, I mean, there was even a point in time where he was trying to go against the deadbeat claims. He had posted like compilation video of him and his son on his Instagram, right? And immediately after he posts this, Iggy gets online calling him out for it. XXL wrote this. Iggy Azalea and Playboy Carti's sour relationship is well documented. On Thursday, December 21st, Iggy reacted to a montage shared on the social media that shows Carti spending time with the rapper's son. Iggy called out Carti for the video, implying that he only spent a limited time with their little one. She said this under the video: "It's cool how you can fit damn near every visit into one video." And to this day, Iggy has still been coming at this nigga about these deadbeat claims. Not too long ago, Iggy came out and she was like, yeah, I haven't talked to Carti in like 6 months. Keep in mind, that's his baby mama. If he ain't talking to the baby mama in 6 months, what is that saying? But even past that, the Carti problems don't even end with just him as a person. He also ain't been feeding the streets. I mean, his fans ain't got a full album in years. Yeah, he dropped a few singles, but that ain't nothing compared to what his own artists are doing. See, Carti got a label, right? Opium. And he has 3 different artists on it. Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang. Now, Lone and Homicide Gang careers ain't in the best place it could be at, but that boy Ken Carson, he really is a rising artist. And right now, a lot of people is paying attention to the man. He been putting out good music and really building a fan base. His show's been hitting, his album's been hitting. Every time he do something, people interested, people buying it. So he has a fan base. And with the amount of fans he done gained over the past few years, people really been speculating on what he gonna do next. So with Carti artists right behind him and moving how he is, people are side-eyeing Carti. They looking at him like, how your main artist starting to outshine you right now? Like, you haven't dropped in 4 years. You lying to us all the time, but you got a nigga up under you who ain't telling lies, who feeding his fans, who dropping deluxe albums, who dropping consistent singles. Then not even just that, this man has been under Carti's label for years, right? And he has yet to get a Carti feature. That's a big thing. I mean, this you signed to the nigga. He could at least give you a feature. And I'm not saying Carti ain't give him no help, because Ken Carson definitely would not be as big as he is right now without Carti. But on the path he on right now, he don't really need to be up under this artist label. Anyways, though, Carti has been wasting a lot of times on rollouts. Back on the Lion topic, Carti done started and stopped so many different rollouts, having the fans thinking he was going to drop, then turn around, ending the rollout out the blue, and just not giving fans anything noteworthy. Yeah, he has fans. Yeah, he keeps building more and more fans, but that nigga is ruining the relationship with him and his fans. It's really causing a lot of people to not look at him the same. People are used to the Lion, but that don't mean niggas accept it. But even though he is lying to the fans, it's like a toxic relationship. Them niggas just keep coming back. So goes back to the question I posed in his title. Why did Carti abandon music? He abandoned music. He abandoned dropping music and making niggas wait years and years to drop, because he knows what it does. It builds anticipation for some reason. He sees these people flocking to him when he tell these lies. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna lie again, and I'm gonna lie again, and I'm gonna lie again, and I'm just not gonna drop nothing. The longer Carti stays away from music, the bigger his fan base grows, and it sounds real similar to Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean hasn't dropped an album since 2016, and that man has a cult-like fan base. Think about it. Nigga hasn't dropped music in almost 10 years, but his fans love him so much. Anytime Frank Ocean posts anything or he says anything online or a video pops up online of him, his fans is going crazy. His fans is like, bro, we haven't heard from him in so long. Like, we need some new Frank Ocean. And that same thing is happening with Carti. Carti comes out here, he tells these lies, he plays with these fans, and niggas just be eating it up. So ask yourself this question. Why would Carti come back? Why would he tell the truth about this album date when lying is the key to all his problems? This nigga tells a lie, he gains 1 million fans. He tell the truth. What do he gain from that? Nigga, just the truth? People on the internet not being mad at him? See, even right now, the lying, even though it kind of gives him fan base, I think it's kind of catching up to him. For some context, right? For the first time in years, Carti released his first solo single in like September. But this single wasn't alone. He also had some bundles that came out with this single for his new album. The album he had been promoting for years leading up to this moment. I Am Music. Context on this, Carti started up a rollout. You know, he dropped Whole Lotta Red in 2020. Then as the years went on, he went through different phases of doing this and doing that, but he kind of settled on one. He settled on I Am Music. That was like his whole thing for a long time. I Am Music. I Am Music, the album. I'm music. Like, that was his thing. He started this rollout called I Am Music, building up anticipation. Fans is really like, okay, we know the name of the next album. And that was what they had. They knew the name of the album. They heard some Carti songs where he doing the whole deep voice thing, but there was no album. There was no release date. There was nothing solidified. We just got the I Am Music title, and that was it. But when he comes out and drops this single and these bundles for the album, it kind of gave people a time frame. See, remember what I said? He released bundles for an album, and when you release bundles for sale, they have to ship. You can't just say, look, let me take y'all money, y'all get nothing in return, nigga. They buying bundles. People, his fans, bought these bundles, and them bundles dropped in September. We are in February 2025, and we still don't have no album. The bundles still haven't shipped, but there was one thing about these bundles that stood out to people. There was a label on the bottom of these bundles that gave an idea of when Carti would drop. When you bought the bundle, when you even just looked at the website, it said this: album release date to be announced. Product will ship no later than 6 months from September 12th, 2024. And can you guess what day is in 6 months after September 12th? March 12th. And that's right around the corner. So think about it. People done bought bundles. They gave Carti their money. They have not received nothing. No product, no album, no CD, nothing. And that label saying that the product will ship no later than 6 months from September 12th gave Carti a deadline. But I don't think he's gonna drop. Even though there is a deadline, Carti is a known liar. And even if this album doesn't drop, all of these bundles will be refunded, and I'm pretty sure it's a couple million will get refunded if this album don't drop. But something is telling me he won't drop, and I explained why. These fans building up all this anticipation. Think about it. Niggas who bought these bundles, they seen that label. They like, all right, Carti gotta drop by March. March is right around the corner. People probably like, oh my God, like, it's time for him to drop. That day, I feel like it's gonna come and go. Fans are not gonna get no album. They gonna get their refund, be in their room mad as shit, thinking, damn, Carti done got us again. But guess what? When he start that rollout back up and he start talking about, oh yeah, I Am Music coming soon, them gonna be the first niggas in line. They're gonna be the first niggas watching his performances, got his IG notifications on. They gonna be ready when he drop. So even if he don't drop, people are still gonna be excited for it. People still gonna be wanting this album. People still gonna be fiending for the nigga music. And even though it's been 4 to 5 years since he last dropped, he probably gonna take longer to drop. I wouldn't be surprised if he drug the rollout another 2 years, then gave up on it, started a whole new rollout, then it's gonna be 6 years with no album. And he does it because of how much attention it brings him. Who really knows what's next for Carti? Maybe we get 30 more pics before the album. Maybe he drops it next month. Maybe he doesn't drop it and scraps the whole project. Only time will tell. What are y'all current thoughts on Carti right now?